Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Resident Culture Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Pageant Worthy. See right there, another one of their goofy labels. This is a double IPA. It says double IPA hopped with Strata and Amarillo or Amarillo. And it is 8.5 ABV. I did not, I feel safe buying their stuff blindly, so I didn't try this. When I bought this, it was also during the Twice as Lonely release, which was just craziness, so they had enough of their crazy beer on tap. I didn't get to try this, so I'm pretty excited to give it a whirl. I did hear from people that this is pretty good, but that's the case with most of their stuff, so I'm not surprised. We'll see. I can smell it from here. So it pours a little bit darker than most of their stuff. Usually their stuff is slightly more yellow. This is almost getting towards an orange color. It is pretty hazy, pretty fluffy white head. The aroma is a lot of overripened pineapple, a little like ammonia character and some booze. Definitely some of that just like generic green hop aroma. Flavor's pretty nice. It's really, really balanced. It does have a little bit of like a chalky finish. But really nice, bright, orangey, and pineapple-y notes. It's a little like doughy in the swallow. I'd say the bitterness is medium to high. A tiny bit of caramelly sweetness, and I know I did say too when I poured it that I thought it looked a little darker than some of their other stuff. So maybe they used a little bit of caramel malt in this, and as opposed to just like Pilsner and two row. I'm not sure. They don't list the grain bill on their cans, just the hop. Not even the hop schedule, but just the hops that are in it. There's almost like something like Flintstones vitamin character too. Yeah, I get more of that. It's almost turning like pretty orangey, but not like orange juice, but like really rindy and pithy. I gotta be honest. I'm just not This is a really well done hazy IPA, but I'm kind of just getting tired of them in general. I buy them from the breweries that I really like because they usually make pretty good ones, and I like to support them and buy all the new stuff that they make. And Resident Culture is definitely one of them. Them, High Branch, I'd say Wooden Robot and Divine Barrel are the other ones. and I guess Fauna Flora too, but they're not necessarily local. But I don't know. I just am kind of over this style. It's not that I don't appreciate them, but unless they're in like that 99th percentile, a lot of them kind of run together. I mean, this is definitely in like the top 90th percentile. It's a pretty good double IPA, but for me it's just kind of hard to get excited about IPAs anymore for whatever reason, and I think part of it too is the double IPAs. And I said this about the last last Dancing Gnome one I did. The triple IPAs, like, they really have to like massage it to get it to be drinkable when it's that boozy. So I think that takes some skill. And the single IPAs, like, you can't completely flood them with hops because they'll just be too bitter. Like, the malt bill isn't big enough for that. It seems like double IPAs are just like somewhere between the 8 and 9%. It's just a canvas to throw whatever the hell you want in, and there's not much finesse behind it. And that's I'm not saying specifically around Resident Culture. They're one of the best actually, but it's just the thing now with double IPA, double IPA, double IPA. Like I don't know. It just seems like that range just doesn't work for me. It's got to either be really big because everything has to be balanced, or it's just like a complete mess, or like 7 and less, 7 or below. Sorry, I wanted to get off my soapbox for a second. This actually is really good. It's actually significantly better than the last IPA I drank a little bit ago, the Dancing Gnome Bit-O Honey. I've also found that when I drink these like super fast, which I tend to do in these reviews because I'm trying to keep taking sips to get more out of it, I like it less because it, like, that bitterness and the flavors are stacking on top of each other so quickly, as opposed to when I have half a glass left after I do the review, I sit down and I'll drink that half a glass over the next half hour or something like that, where I'm slowly drinking it, and every like smaller sip I actually appreciate a lot more. So it is kind of a catch-22 I found myself in with these double IPAs. And, they have to be ones that I really, really like to stand out. So I got to think of a way to do these reviews where that's not happening. Because I don't like shitting on something and then going back after I did the video when I'm, taking it slower and taking smaller sips and really letting it set in. And then I'm like, damn, I actually like this more than I said I did in the video. And I don't like doing that because it's not a true representation. I mean, I don't feel that way about all of them, but every once in a while that happens, And I'm glad I'm kind of taking a couple breaths in between each drink with this, because I feel like I would have done that with this. But the last 2 sips I took of this, I actually really liked it. Yeah, it's very bright and orangey. A little bit of pineapple. The only thing I would say that they could work on is their mouthfeel. I wish it was a little softer. That's one thing that I think High Branch does better than anybody in the area. Their hazies are so pillowy and soft. Honestly, like, to me, other than Burial and Brew Gentleman, I don't know that anyone makes hazy IPAs better than them when you're just considering like mouthfeel. They do some incredible stuff. So, but back to this beer, I will say the more I drink it, the more I like it, and I think I might even be drinking this a little too fresh. They're definitely a brewery that gets better. Their IPAs get a little better with time if you give them a couple weeks. I mean, this isn't super fresh. I think it's 3 weeks old now. But I mean, I've had their cans that were 3 months old, and they still tasted good. So I think maybe if I would have given it like 2 more weeks, it would have settled out even a little bit more, and I would have liked it more. But I do still really like this. And if I want a double IPA, I might I could see going back for this. I will also say that I'm not the biggest fan of Amarillo, so I think that's kind of driving it as well. And I don't know too much about Strata. I've definitely had it in a lot of IPAs recently. It seems like a lot of breweries are using it, but I don't know that I've ever had a single hop Strata IPA. I would like to have one with like a really simple malt base just to really get a feel for it. But on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm going to give this a buy because, like I said, the more I drink it, the more I like it, and I think this is one of the better double IPAs in the area. And one of the better IPAs I've had in a little while. The more I drink it, yeah, I had to get one more tasting to really feel that way. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this a buy. I would buy this again. It's not my absolute favorite Resident Culture beer, but it's a pretty good one, and that means it's a buy because I buy pretty much all their stuff. So I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.